Okay.
Dear God, we came to you in prayer with a humble heart. Please guide us and give us strength as we navigate through this day. Help us to be a vessel of your love and kindness to make a positive impact in the world.
May your presence be with me always, and may I always strive to do your will. Thank you for your blessings and for the gift of life. Amen.
Welcome to Y.Y.C.I International, a home of discovery, development, and demonstration. A home of love, relationship, and family. A place of mastering mindset for transformation and building deeper relationship.
YYCI Blueprint is TIME for the youth leaders and young families. Transformation and training. Inspiration and impartation. Mentoring and motivation. Empowering and education.
Y.Y.C.I International Limited mission is to transform lives, relationships, professions and education, and to support the youth and women to change their mindset, their stories and their situations, and also to support the underprivileged and vulnerable women and children. YYCI's mission is to engage the youth's mind positively and take positive actions, to help them to focus and not to be distracted, and to get better and let them know they have everything in them to be successful and fulfilling their purpose, and once they believe in themselves and focus on their development, they can also help others to get better, and that is why we established Y.Y.C.I International Limited mission is to transform lives, relationships, professions and education, and to support children, youth and women to change their mindset, their stories and their situations, and also to support the underprivileged and vulnerable women and children. Our aim is to provide services of care, protection, participation, and rehabilitation of children and youth in difficult situations, and ensure their social adjustment, total growth and development. To advocate and support the underprivileged and vulnerable women and children, and partner with other organizations, orphanages, hospitals and institutions that support the underprivileged and vulnerable women and children. To support and protect vulnerable children. To provide extra help underprivileged women. To ensure they are kept safe. To provide healthy food. To provide education. To provide child welfare services. To protect children from abuse, neglect. To enable children to remain safely in the premises provided. To be a good listener, good friend and truthful to the children and the youth.
Dr. Elizabeth Lucas is a dynamic and motivation speaker. She is based in the United Kingdom. She is the founder and director of Y.Y.C.I International. She has been invited to several international conferences to speak and lecture. She is an intelligent teacher, author, and she is a mentor to the younger generation. Please subscribe to YYCI TV on YouTube to watch her amazing videos. You will be glad you did.
This is just to let you know that there's nothing too difficult for you to do.
If we can change, then everything around us will change.
Without wisdom, you can't really create wealth. We are in the world of creativity.
personal story that is unimaginable. Do you want to learn to restore and reconnect your relationships? Do you want to live the happiest life you could ever dream of? Do you want to create wealth? It all starts with the right mindset. Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu has a tremendous amount of wisdom to share to assist you in living your best life possible. She is an award-winning inspirational and transformational speaker, writer, coach, and entrepreneur extraordinaire who inspires people worldwide with her personal story. For many years, her passion has been inspiring and empowering and transforming lives and relationships for her clients. Mindset is everything. Elizabeth believes everyone can become, achieve, be fulfilled, be successful, and be happy with the right positive mindset. Also, having the right attitude, resilient and willing to change, are important aspects of personal growth. Living life with determination, diligence, and having positive thinking and working hard can lead to a successful life you never dreamed of. She believes people can build deeper and healthy relationship with awareness of greater love, better understanding of ourselves and others, marriage and positioning. And it is possible to rebuild, reconnect broken trust and relationship, promoting and empowering relationship and family. In her businesses, she enjoys coaching, mentoring and supporting women, young married couples and young adults. She believes this can transpire in relationships, families, friendship, success and prayer. She also has a company in which she creates personal, intentional and inspirational customized gifts. She has created thousands of unique and unusual, memorable, creative, personalized, and inspirational gifts for all tastes and budgets. Elizabeth Creations has taken the idea of creative gifts to a whole new level, with the innovative concept of actually buying minutes of time from the past, present, or future. Elizabeth has a motivation and passion for business which led her to obtain honors degree in business and management at University of Northampton, United Kingdom. Elizabeth has worked with several organizations in various fields, and she is actively involved with and supports several NGO/charity, and for all her contributions and involvement, she was awarded Inspiration and Relationship Award, Legend Award for Community and Humanity. Currently, she is the Managing Director of Elizabeth Creations Limited, Director of Tokens Limited, founder of Y.Y.C.I International. She is the UK Chief Bureau Editor of an American magazine, Oakens Group magazine, and an exceptional award-winning author of Yes, You Can. Featured in national press NBC, ABC and Fox News, other magazines including Business Magazine. She is also an acclaimed author who writes in her book how she has failed several times and bounced back, overcome all adversities, challenges, financially, physically, emotionally, abuses and trauma, and come up stronger. She has turned all her situations from impossible to possible and from negative to positive, and believes anyone can do too, and she is determined to help others as well. One of her missions is to support youths, women, families, individually, locally and internationally, offline and online through media and resources, gifts, products, workshops, seminars and speaking engagements to change their mindset, discover, develop, manifest their gift, build deeper relationship, and maintain, restore and reconnect relationship and families, manage their emotions and be free and be happy, learn to forgive themselves and others, learn to love themselves and love others, create roadmap for the youth for the future. Her latest book, Yes, You Can, is about her personal experiences and stories and how she used simple principles to become who she is today and what she has achieved so far. Also, how her personal life and her relationships have been transformed. She is a living testimony and permit her to share some of what people have testified about her in her book. In all her businesses and business ventures, Elizabeth puts forth her own inspirational personal touch. This makes her unique talents and products motivational tools that everyone can benefit from.
Hey, welcome to our first day of March Masterclass and since Yes, You Can International Academic Masterclass. And I want to appreciate all our great leaders on the platform and many more that will be joining us today and the rest of the week. And then we all come together again on Saturday, the 8th, for our Transformational Leadership Conference. So you are all welcome.
The beauty of the world is depicted in demonstration exhibited by the youth in their cultural and educational intelligence. Therefore, any association with a constructive intention to enhance the beauty of human society, to incorporate programs that celebrate the transformation of mindset of our youth, it is only through this medium that the substance of our youth, morality and cultural presentation can be funded. Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu seem to have understood the basic conceptual aspect in rebuilding this degenerative society. Our intention of funding YYCI International is best known to her, but we are all observers and partakers in the benefits of your transformative educational movement all over the world. YYCI International is not just another association for the youth, but a sincerely established transformative educational organization deeply involved with the project restructuring the human mindset. Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu is a blessing to the world entirely, and I'm deeply happy to celebrate with her on this 40 years anniversary of the establishment of YYCI International, the organization that is impacting greatly on people across the globe for development, enlightenment, and building of the youth for the future and for the life to have a meaning and to have peace across the globe. Once again, I congratulate every participant of YYCI International and the founder, the president, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu, for this great 40 years anniversary and award giving ceremony. Congratulations. On behalf of myself and all the entire members of YYCI International, we celebrate you, ma. You are worth to be celebrated.
I just want to acknowledge all our patrons and matrons, and you can see their name so that we don't waste much of our time this morning. We have so many of them from Nigeria, from South Africa, from Ghana, from UK, from France, from USA, from India, from Pakistan, and from USA, and many more. So we appreciate them because regularly they join us. Sometimes they call on me as the president, and then they share their thoughts, their prayers, their blessings. And I want to say we appreciate them all, as they are the rock of Yes You Can International. So we have in line all our royal guests of honor. Permit me to add more names on this one as we go on, because a lot of people have joined us. So we have royal guests of honor. We have our patrons and matrons, and also the global managing director. We have all our transformational leaders joining us, and we have all our guest speakers, YYCI regular speakers and trainers joining us, and guest speakers. We also have so many people. So now we're going to start our program today. Thank you so much for joining us. But before, let me just encourage you with these few words, and then we can call the first speaker of today. Wisdom is the principal thing, and in all our getting, we get understanding. And I think that's one of the reasons why we are here this morning. Better understanding of life, which leads you to better and quality performance, and to fulfill your purpose in life. We only start by mass personal development, self-actualization, and self-love. And also to assess ourselves, our situation that we are facing, the challenges, with critical constructive thinking, and find solution with our creative thinking. That is the only way we can overcome any challenges or obstacles on the way. Wisdom builds, wisdom teaches, wisdom expands, understanding implements. So 5 elements that can stop any relationship transforming. Remember, our theme is mindset for transforming any relationship. That is a theme of the year 2025, and is also the theme of this masterclass and the conference on Saturday. So these are the 5 elements that we need to break free from: ignorance, lack of understanding, lack of wisdom, unknown of our identity of who we are, and even our purpose, and also our mindset, the state of our mind. Why? Because mindset is everything. Without renewed mindset, there will be no transformation. Apart from renewing your mind, everything in life requires hard work, dedication, commitment, sacrifice, investment, honesty, integrity, and gratitude. From curiosity will keep you thirsty for more, and no matter your level of education, remember we encourage or we welcome all our professors on this platform. So no matter your level of education, you should never stop learning, because learning is living and is lifelong. And that is the only way we can grow our mindset. And Y.Y.C.I Mama said, and I quote, "A thirst for knowledge is something that can never be quenched and should be a lifelong quest." So discover what you are capable of doing. Keep yourself in a growth mindset and keep learning and be the best of your version. Remember, transforming your relationship and personal development is a process and is lifelong. Mastering your mind for challenges is one of the greatest life challenges of all. Your mind controls your perspective. It involves how you receive and process your interactions with the world around you. Unlike other things, you can claim mastery over after a finite amount of time, but the mind can take some a lifetime to master. So leaders see challenges as an opportunity and obstacles for growth and for learning. Educate yourself. Leaders need to have a better understanding of the challenges and opportunities that the green transition presents, as well as the skills and competency to drive change, innovation in their organizations. Assess your organization's current performance, identify the gaps and areas for improvement. Develop a clear and compelling vision and strategy for your organization that align with its mission, values, and objectives, and assess your organization's current performance. Identify the gaps and areas for improvement. But may I once again encourage all our leaders, our youth, our friends, our family
Dr.
to please
Elizabeth Lucas is a
subscribe
dynamic and
to
motivation speaker. She is based in the United Kingdom.
YYCI.tv
She is the founder and
YouTube
director of
channel,
Y.Y.C.I
where you
International. She
can
has been invited
be
to several
current
international
with
conferences to
all
speak and
our
lecture. She is an
events and
intelligent
all
teacher,
our
author, and she is a
teachings
mentor to the
and
younger
all our
generation. Please
trainings.
subscribe to YYCI TV on YouTube to watch her amazing videos. You will be glad you did.
This is just to let you know that there's nothing too difficult for you to do.
If we can change, then everything around us will change.
Without wisdom, you can't really create wealth. We are in the world of creativity. Hey, while we are still waiting for our moderator at the moment, because he's also in a meeting. I mean, we appreciate all our leaders. They all have their own organizations. Some of them are directors of their company or directors of another organizations. So we appreciate them joining us as much as they can so that we can learn together. And sometimes they offer to do moderating, and I do not take any of their time, their service, their humility. I do not take it for granted. And that is why I really, really appreciate all our great leaders and some that will be joining us very soon. We have Coach Ediana. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us today. We have Professor, I'm going to mention the name very soon. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have somebody called Rachel Libenga. I would like you to open your camera so that we can see you, and then we can start off today's program. Okay. First of all, let me ask Coach Ediana, you have only 1 hour with us. I've been trying to upload as many profile, and I didn't know you will join us today. So your profile is not yet, but do you want to speak today or do you want to speak the day you've chosen?
Um, Today I think I can give my lesson for today's session because the other day I have
I can't hear you. Okay, I think it's the background. Yes. What did you say, coach?
yeah, I think I can speak today because when I just check, I have the other schedule for another day. So I hope that I can speak today.
Okay. Okay. So give me just few seconds and then let me call on one speaker and then immediately you will speak after that. Is that okay? All right then. Thank you so much. We have to check on all our guest speaker. Okay. So our first speaker for March 2025. Our first speaker, March 2025, will be our new person that has just joined us. And I just want to welcome him on behalf of Yes You Can International. So permit me to welcome, okay, permit me to welcome our first speaker of the day. Very new in our midst, but I believe that we have thoroughly checked on our speakers before joining us on our platform. So welcome, permit me to welcome Mr. Sourey P. Kamara from Liberia. Will be our first speaker of March 2025 Masterclass. Okay. So, Mr. Kamara is a dynamic electrical engineer with a strong background in renewable energy, currently based in India. Hailing from Liberia, he brings a unique perspective and a wealth of experience to the field of engineering and leadership development. Before I move forward, before I move any further, is Mr. Oh, yes, he's there. All right. So let me do this something. Okay. So our first speaker for this morning will be Mr. Soren P. Kamara Jr. is a dynamic electrical engineer with a strong background in renewable energy, currently based in India. Hailing from Liberia, he brings a unique perspective and a wealth of experience to the field of engineering and leadership development. Mr. Sourey is currently a facilitator for Equipped John C. Maxwell Success Table, where he leveraged his expertise to guide and mentor aspiring professionals. He is also the program director of Empowered for His Purpose, a monthly seminar aimed at building up young Christian professionals under the banner of Christian Student Fellowship India. His dedication to youth development and leadership is evident through his active involvement in this initiative. As a speaker and moderator, Mr. Sourey has addressed numerous programs sharing his insights on leadership, engineering, and sustainable development. His passion for renewable energy is matched by his commitment to fostering collaboration and connection among professionals and students alike. Mr. Sourey is a result-oriented individual with a proven track record of project success. He is eager to contribute his skills and knowledge to innovative projects in the sustainable energy sector, driven by a desire to make a meaningful impact. His LinkedIn profile can be found at www.linkedin.com and Sourey P. Tamara, if you can see the link. And Mr. Sourey is excited to bring his unique blend of technical expert leadership profile, leadership skills, and passion for social discourse to Yes You Can Academy. Masterclass Global Transformational Leadership Conference. And we are glad this morning to welcome Mr. Sourey P. Kamara Jr. from Liberia to share with us his wealth of wisdom and knowledge. You are welcome, sir. We can't hear you, and I think you might need to remove your mic, your earpiece, for us to be able to hear you.
Okay.
Okay, yes, we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
It's audible now, right?
Yes. You are
Okay.
welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I appreciate the welcome remark and the reading of my portfolio. And I want to greet everyone present here. It's a great pleasure being here. And I hope this section of my presentation is going to be empowering. As I'll mainly be talking about the part of conflict resolution. That's what I'm going to be speaking about. And the first thing, when we are discussing about conflict, we should understand like conflict is an inevitable part of any relationship. It often occurs in every relationship. And how can we manage conflict in those relationships so that we can establish a long-term relationship and a fruitful relationship? It often, like say, stems from differences in values, goals, or perceptions. For instance, in family, like say the family setting, we have generational gaps or different expectation that can lead to conflict, where sometimes we have in the home, the parents have rules in the home and with the children also. So as children coming up, they need to abide by the rules of their parents, and sometimes the children feel like they are an adult now and they have to bring out their own perspective on board so the parents can understand them. So how can that be solved, and so we can maintain a home free of conflict? That's why we are going to be considering few aspects to resolve conflict and make sure we keep our the peace and the mindset that we are talking about here today for a lifelong relationship. So, effective conflict resolution requires understanding the root causes and addressing them constructively. Like, it is essential to shift our mindset from viewing conflict as a threat to seeing it as an opportunity for growth, because we cannot control our environment, but we can control what is within us that will help us to control our environment. The environment is uncertain, things happen suddenly, but the approach towards our environment will determine whether this conflict will lead to division or it's going to be solved with mutual understanding. So there are a few things that we are going to be looking at in order to manage the conflict in any relationship so that we can have a fruitful relationship and a lifelong relationship that will not only be for the name, but it will be impactful so that we can also touch life in our surrounding. So one thing is what you need to do is to have an active listening skills. You should be able to comprehend what the next partner is saying, not to interrupt them when they are speaking, because when you are active in your listening, you actually show them the concern, like they mean a why to you. But when they are speaking and you try to interrupt them, you disrespect them and you do not really show them value. And an active listening is really a skill that we need to practice. Listening actively is not only about you, like say, paying attention, although paying attention is very good, but we are also looking at the body language, because your facial expression communicates something to your partner that you are communicating with. So your body language also play a role in active listening, the way in which you are going to concentrate on the person's explanation, and the expression you are going to be giving will tell the person whether indeed their statement is relevant to you, is making meaning to you. And also you have to be able to put yourself in that person's shoe. Like, you will not really know how this particular situation is working in the life of this person until you put yourself in that shoe and begin to judge that particular situation from all angle. Example, you say to yourself, okay, now if this was in my case, what would be my approach to these particular issues? From that point, you'll be able to derive to the point of understanding. Because if you understand the person's perspective, you'll be able to jot down logical steps to solve those problems that cause the conflict. And the next thing you need to do is to, let's say, have a mind of understanding that reveals empathy to your partner, so that you people can solve that particular situation. Because we often sometimes get the habit that whenever we are right, we stand on our ground to prove ourselves. Yes, indeed, we are right. So we don't need to say sorry. But I present to you today, saying sorry does not mean you are wrong. It shows how responsible you are and how respectful you are and how valuable that relationship is to you. It actually shows that. So to maintain our relationship and solve some of the conflicts surrounding our relationship, we often have the heart of empathy, apologizing, so that we can be able to cancel every chaotic relationship, every thing that will cause our relationship a hindrance or a harm from lasting longer. So when you have that heart of finding a solution, the next thing you can do is you need to find a common ground. Because when a conflict is being settled, it should be settled on a common ground where both partners will come to a mutual understanding and understand one another's perspective and decide not to go on the wrong trajectory with each other, so that they can walk in alignment. Because the only way two persons can work together except they agree, they come to one understanding, one conclusion, and then they will be able to work together. So identify a shared goals to build a fundament of a collaboration. It can be in your business, it can be in your business, your academic journey, your organization, or whatever uh, aspect or areas of life you may find yourself. You actually need to come to the point of a common ground where you people have a mutual understanding and try to form that MOU, that memorandum of understanding, so that you people can work in alignment, not to go against each other role, just to maintain relationship. Although maintaining the relationship is important, but if the relationship is not fruitful and not based on understanding, there is no purpose in it. So that's why we are talking about it right now. And I'll give you a case study right now. Like, let's say for an example, we have a relationship between our two partners, and they actually have a great future for that particular relationship. Like in the field of business, we have people coming together to collaborate and form a firm that they can use to solve problems in the society. Now, you should know that these two individuals have different perspective of life. So in order for that perspective to come together and become fruitful, they must base it on understanding, and they must put down some guidelines that are going to keep them on the right trajectory. And that guideline is very much important, because it's the one that is going to show whether somebody have breached contract, or they are standing on the right trajectory to making sure like their contract work up fruitfully. So these are some things we can put in order to maintain a good relationship and to avoid conflict within our relationship. So we need to build our minds having an understanding mind, an active listening skills, which also deals with our body gestures, the way in which we present ourselves. It also communicates to our partner out there, and we should be able to love. You love people from the depth of your heart. You will make sure that that person become who you want them to be. So I appreciate you for the opportunity given me to share these few tips, and I believe it was helpful to us. Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth. Thank you for the privilege to share my idea on this platform.
That is me. Thank you so much for your teaching today. We really appreciate your time and your wealth of knowledge that you've shared with us, Mr. Kamara. And feel free to still stay behind so that we can learn from others and also to gain one or two things before you leave us today. The masterclass is for the rest of this week, so please feel free to join us again to learn from other speakers that will be sharing their wisdom and knowledge with us. We really appreciate you dearly. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, because I don't want to really delay Coach Ediana, I have to apologize, and also it's not a good excuse. For since the beginning of this year, there's been a lot of a problem with my system, both the Facebook and WhatsApp, and also my Zoom. So most of my informations have been trying to get, and I assume that I have your profile. So do me a very good favor. Please, I've requested that you send it to me, but because I want to put you on, send it to me after you're speaking. But that would be a good time for you to introduce